Good afternoon, this is Colton with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital roof inspection here for a homeowner, a realtor and a potential buyer of a home. And it's a single-story home. It's got an architectural asphalt shingle roof. It's also got a flat section in the back that we'll go over. But during these inspections, we like to provide education and also sensitive areas and what the current condition of the roof is in. So we can see just some fundamentals. We have the fascia board, drip edge, which is required within the last 20 years by code. Realtor indicated that the roof was installed in 2014. Street photos from 2011 show a different style roof. What we like to inspect is that see how many layers are on this roof, and there's currently only one layer on this roof. That can be confirmed in the back. But what happens to a shingle roof as it ages is it dehydrates with the sun exposure, and we can start to see granules fall off and then fiberglass show through like that. So some roofs you'll see that are really shiny. You see a lot of these granules kind of come off. This is indication, just some granules coming off and fiberglass showing through. So getting on this roof, current tenant indicates there's no active leaks. We see the ventilation for this roof is a whirlybird system. These vent the attics. They're all in good condition, all spinning, which is really good. No mechanical errors. We see some T-tops for ventilation. We see some sewer pipes for bathrooms, properly sealed around them. We always like to check this caulking seal. On the southern facing roof planes, you're always going to have more wear and tear, more fiberglass showing through because it gets more sun exposure, right? So the north facing one really doesn't have as much. We want to tend to focus on the south facing one. In the west, we can see some, basically lines shining at the bottom of the shingles. It's kind of where you see the granules start to fall off first. And so we have solar installed in a flat section. So flat sections are really sensitive because they do not shed water. You're going to see a lot of ponding occur. This was originally a modified bitumen torch down rolled roofing material, right? So it's basically like a big asphalt shingle that's rolled out. You got granules right here, and these seams are the waterproofing device. Now the bleed out looks good. Now what the solar company did, because they installed it after the roof was done, is they didn't want to, assume any liability, so they put basically a little bit of a sealant on this roof. That's why it's white. So they just did a little bit of protection, to protect it a little. You can't put a warranty on this kind of paint on sealing, but it was, to protect their solar system essentially. Solar resisting standoffs look good. We use an updated version of these Erlac flat standoffs for flat roofs. But you can see if we get over here, right, that right as the solar ends, they stop on the paint on ceiling. So they were just focused on where the solar was going to go. More than likely the solar company brought in a roofer to do that. But yeah, we always like to check the bleed out, right? Over time, we can start to see this tar starts to crack. And actually what's going to fail first is the edge of the roof, because it'll actually shrink over time, and it'll pull back right here on these drip edge, and you'll actually see ways for water to enter in here. But it looks in good condition right now. A flat roofing typically has, with a torch down roof installed correctly, 20 years on it. So definitely at least 10, 15, 20 years on the shingles left, with 10 years on the flat roofing system. But you can see the granule buildup right here over time. The ADU in the back was installed a couple years ago. The roof looks great. Updated vents, updating flashing, everything we want to see. So no concern there. This DirecTV satellite dish is mounted to the flat roof. We don't like to see that. Typically we like it mounted to the fascia. Don't know if it's still being used, but that could be something to address. But yeah, roof's in good condition, and confirming that one layer tear off. You can kind of see right there the felt 25-pound felt paper underneath. So yeah, looks good. Definitely some life left.